What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about the faults on the car and also the history of the car. So yeah. Right, so I'm going to go out to the car now and show you all the faults on the car. Once I've already corrected, I'll just whack in an image of them. So sweet. At the rear of the car, got the badge missing, and also where it's been cleaned over time, you've got like this gunk there that'll probably come off with a machine polisher. Pretty easy. Also, this bumper, which you probably saw in the first video, it is fucked. That's all grim. But yeah, I've had this bumper off and there's no rust sort of past this bit here. You can probably see in there, but it's solid. So all it needs is a bumper to fix that. Overall, the paintwork's pretty flat. You can see here, it's just flat. And over years of not being washed and just being neglected, paintwork just goes a bit grim. So all this really needs is a good detail, a good buff up. Should come up all right. Something's gone on to this rear core of the car, different colour. I don't know if it's been in an accident or the arch has been done, but yeah, it's a different colour to the rest of the car, so I'll either have to try and blend that in or get this rear quarter resprayed, but at the moment, it doesn't stick out that much. For the interior of the car, it's all looking pretty good. There's a little bit missing there for the radio, and up here, the light's missing, but I could just pick one of them up from eBay for a couple of quid. The rest of the interior is looking pretty clean. The only thing is there's a load of grey dog hairs, which I need to give it a good vax, get them all out, because it's driving me mad. One other thing is the adjuster for this passenger seat is missing, but same as the light, I could just pick one of them up for a couple of quid off eBay. When it comes to the engine, there's not much wrong with it, to be honest. Runs fine, smooth. My dad drove it all the way back from Wembley, and it didn't miss a beat, so I'm really happy with that. Only thing I would say about its engine is the radiator looks a bit mank down there, all that green stuff. I don't really know why that's like that. Maybe corrosion, maybe the antifreeze has been put in too strong, but I'll probably get a new rad anyway just to renew it. One good thing is these always go on the Mk2s, well, just the Fiestas in general really, but both of them are really clean. Another little thing I need to get is one of these bungs. There's one over there, that side. Just need to pick up a second-hand one of them. Probably going to get a new parcel shelf because I think that one's had better days. He wipered quite a long time ago because that looks a bit crusty. But all the cables have just been left dangling there, so I'm going to try and fish them out from the bottom, wrap them up and just keep them there, and then whack a bung in there so no water gets in there. The car was put through its MOT 2 weeks early to show all the faults on it, so I'm just going to show you that now. Right, as you can see, that's a bulb, and then you've got 2 rear brake hoses deteriorated. Vehicle structure and vehicle structure, that is the rust, so I'm going to show you that now. This rust is quite surprising because it's on the off side rather than the near side, which is the gutter side. That normally rots, but as you can see, this is what I'm dealing with. This hole and a little one there. These aren't an issue because I'm just going to get this plated up. That there is a little drain hole, so what I think's happened, that's probably been clogged up with mud, and then it's left all of this to soak up the water and rot away. I'm now at the offside rear, and this seal looks like it's been done before. I can see all the welds along there, but it looks like it's been done fairly well, and it's pretty strong, so I'm happy with that. But when you come the other side, you got this little hole up there. Not that much of a bad issue. So I'm pretty happy with the rust on this vehicle really, because it could be a lot worse. I'm going to get them both sorted out next weekend hopefully. Just going to plate them up whack a load of underseal on them and they'll be alright. As you would have seen from the intro, I showed you the gutter side, which is normally the side that rots, and there's no rust at all on there, so pretty happy with that. Right, back onto the MOT failure sheet. It's got suspension arm, excessive play in ball joint, near side front. Got a little bit of a confession to make on this one. I've actually already changed it. I was going to make a video, but I've done it in portrait, so you ain't going to be able to see that. But it's all changed. I changed both sides in the end because they're both really worn and just needed renewing really. Last of all is exhaust emissions, carbon monoxide content excessive, which is quite funny really. It's an old car, so what do you really expect? There's going to be a bit of smoke coming out of the exhaust. But I've changed all 4 spark plugs off camera and it seems to sort it out. One other thing that I did notice when I took the wheels off was the track rod on the near side, I think it was. It's absolute shot. I'll put in a picture now. As you can see from that picture, I definitely weren't going to pass the MOT. Well, definitely not from a different person who failed it anyway. So I changed both the track rod ends the other day as well off camera, just to get them done. You'll be happy to know it's not just going to be me talking for this video. I'm actually going to do some work. I'll show you what I'm going to change now. It wasn't a failure or anything, but the exhaust hanger bushes are all cracked up. So I thought I'd renew them with some nice polybush ones, and I'm going to get cracking with that now. Motor jacked up, you can tell what I was talking about. Look how cracked they are. Plus, once I put polybush ones on them, they'll last a lot longer than these sort of average rubber bushes. This is the other bush just up here that I've got to replace. One thing though that I would recommend working with like old cars and that, use a bit of fucking lube, because it's going to be rusty as fuck, so you don't want to snap a bolt or anything. Even though these aren't bolted on, they're still a pain to get off. So lube it off and lube it up, and they should come off a lot nicer. Don't want to be getting my hands dirty now, do I? Right, let's see how long this takes me to get the first rubber off. All the people, so many people, they all go hand in hand. First one's off, but the new ones are much smaller. Right, I've had a little think about this, and I was a bit sort of puzzled why this one's so much bigger than that one, but I've had a look and these 2 lines, they actually line up, so I'm pretty sure these new bushes will be alright. Yeah, so I'm going to whack this one on now.
I get up when I want, except on Wednesdays when I get rudely awakened by the dustman. I put my trousers on, have a cup of tea, and I think about leaving the house. I feed the pigeons, I sometimes feed the sparrows too. It gives me a sense of enormous... Right, as you can see from that time lapse, I have a bit of issues trying to get the new one on. The thing with polybushes is that they're so stiff, and that's why they're so good, but they're just a pain in the arse to get on. So I think I'm going to take the wheel off. I'm going to take the wheel off just to get a bit more room, because it's literally just here. Something else I've done as well is this is meant to bend up, but I flattened it down just to get the exhaust rubber on, but it still ain't going on, so I'm going to get the wheel off and see what I can do then. The thing I hate as well, working at home, is you've got to undo wheel bolts like this, and it's fucking long compared to being at work and either having a powerful gun or a powerful air gun. It's so much more long-winded, but I guess that's the joys of driveway working.
Wheels off now, so you can see what I was talking about. I've flattened this down. It's meant to look like that with a little hook on it, but it's much more harder to get the bush on, so I'm going to try and get it on now. Also, while I'm here with the rear wheel off, you can see the brake pipe. You can see all that cracking. Don't know if you can see that. Well, basically it's all deteriorating. So that was one of the MOT failures, and they're the pipes I'm going to need to replace as well. Right, with a bit of assistance, I managed to get the bastard on. All I need to do now, bend that back down and bend that back up, and that'll be one of the bushes done. Right, job's a good one. That's all on. Don't even move at all now when I'm shaking it. So yeah, that's the good thing about polybushes, but they're just an arse to get on. Now, which is seen better days than the other one, but I'm just going to whack a little time lapse on.
Nothing to do with your four-sprung dirge technique, you know. And it's not about you joggers who go round, 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 round.
Right, I've been trying to get this on for a little while now. Bottom's on fine, but the top won't go on. I've got the exhaust actually jacked up to relieve a little bit of the pressure off it, but I'm going to need to get a bigger lever bar from my box, just to get it a little bit further on that I need.